So we're here. We've got some questions, it looks like, that people have that are interested in joining Ohio at Home team. So let's see what we've got. Introduce your colleague. So I'm here with Jake. He's a pre-med student. He's been working with us for a little while here as both direct support provider and remote support. And then he also does a lot of work in the office with making assessments for individuals interested in getting support technology, as well as in the development of that and planning in the support plans. And so he wears a lot of hats around here.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and introduce Haley as well. Haley has been here a lot longer than I have, a few years, doing mostly direct support, but has recently kind of transitioned into remote support. She has great stories about a lot of our clients having, built these long-lasting relationships with them. So it's really cool to kind of hear that and get a little inspiration from her.
Go ahead.
All right, next up. What do you see as the most challenging aspect of this job? I would say the biggest challenge is trying to multitask during the remote support shifts. You're kind of watching a bunch of different clients and trying to figure out what is the most impact you can have at a given time. So sometimes one client will be having some sort of issue come up and you got to address that, and then all of a sudden something else pops up and you have to figure out, how do I kind of handle both of these situations at the same time? But it's really helped me out figuring out how to multitask a little bit better, prioritize a little bit better, as well as making sure that all of the needs are met for all of our clients.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. What is your favorite part about working at the Ohio at Home Healthcare Agency? So for me personally, I would imagine you too, or anybody, it's definitely the clients. You really foster friendships with all of the people that you work with. And we have some clients that get care every single day, so you become a really integral part of their lives. And it's really like our role to navigate that line between being an agent that fosters independence for these individuals, and then also being a companion for them. So it's a really rewarding experience to have to kind of fill that role for them.
Yeah, I definitely agree with all that. All right. What do you expect from your coworkers in this position? I think that's something that is actually pretty unique about home healthcare, because for the direct support shifts, we're going into people's houses. And so you don't always see your coworkers all that often. You'll be with the client directly, and then you leave, they show up, you maybe see them for 30 seconds. So that kind of introduces this huge challenge of communicating effectively with them to make sure you're both building relationships with them so you can trust them more, as well as making sure that they understand what's been going on with your client. So that's something we've been trying to push with our Med4All dashboard, where you get to kind of post notes about your shift, let everyone know what's going on. You can comment on other people's posts. And then being in the office during remote support shifts, that's helped a lot too, getting to know some of the other people here.
Yeah, it's a really interesting role to have to be in where you don't directly work with colleagues, and yet they play such an integral part of your personal shift experience.
Yeah, definitely.
And client care. Okay, let's see. What is a typical working day like in Ohio at Home Healthcare Agency? So it can be really variable. It includes monitoring clients for risks like accidents or falls, or working one-on-one via video conferencing with a client to practice their arithmetic skills so that they can hopefully move on to money management to help facilitate being more independent individuals with disabilities in our society. Typical workday is just incredibly variable, and it depends on the client that you're working with and your personal schedule, and that's kind of part of the fun. It's like not mundane at all.
When you kind of like lay it all out there and kind of list all these different things that we do, it's kind of crazy to think about. Like, you come in and are just kind of like thrown into these different situations and have to kind of figure it out sometimes.
There's so many hats.
Yeah, wear a bunch of hats. All right, last question. Let's see. Talk about one interesting moment between one of your clients and yourself. That's actually a great question. So one of our clients, who both Haley and I have worked with extensively, he loves music, and he will sing along with the music a lot of times. But sometimes he can be a little bit shy. So one time, right before the end of a shift with him, I was like, hey, do you want to listen to any music before I leave? Do you want me to put anything on? And he wanted to listen to Whitney Houston. And then as soon as like the music came on, I could tell he was like kind of like getting ready and stuff. And I was like, hey, like, do you know the words? Like, do you know the words? Do you want to sing? And he's like, no. So I go right as the shift ends, I open the door, and then I step outside, and I just hear him start belting it out. And he just started singing. And Haley knows it's just so joyful.
He sings with passion.
Yeah,
it's great.
It always boosts my mood whenever I hear him start singing.
Definitely. All right, I think we made it through all of them.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching our video. If you'd like to learn more about Ohio at Home, or if you're ready to apply, you can visit us at ohioathome.com. We hope to see you joining the remote support team soon.